What use is this battery for sound people or for video people? Let's take a look. First of all, full disclosure, CORE SWX sent this battery to me free of charge to make this review. They have not paid me further, and they have not reviewed this video prior to posting. So there's the full disclosure. Also, this video is sponsored by Learn Light and Sound, where we have courses teaching you how to improve your sound and lighting for video. We have a new course on UHF wireless microphone fundamentals, link down below. Okay, so what is this thing? It's a Cine battery, first of all. It's made to be affordable. It is a 45 watt hour Cine battery with a variety of different outputs, including a USB-C PD up to 65 watts, 2 P-tap outputs, and 2 DC barrel outputs. So let me go ahead and put the specs up on the screen here. You can pause and look at these and check to see if this fits your use case. But what's our use case? I want to talk specifically here about powering prosumer audio recorders. And so the first question out of the gate is, how long will this power something like a Sound Devices Mix Pre 3 or a Zoom F6? Well, we plugged in a Rode NT1 to each of the recorders, the Mix Pre 3 and the Zoom F6. We phantom powered that microphone. We set it to 32-bit float. We recorded. And for the Sound Devices Mix Pre 3 2, the Snap Mighty was able to power it for 7 hours and 2 minutes. And then for the Zoom F6, it was able to power that for a whopping 15 hours and 41 minutes. Wow. And we can talk in another video about why the Zoom is able to power so much longer on the same battery. Very interesting discussion there. But you can also power other things with this battery in your sound bag, like maybe a wireless receiver. You just need to get the appropriate cable for your wireless receiver, whatever that is. You can snap multiple of these batteries together to extend powering time and make them hot swappable with no additional cables needed, which is really, really cool. They have magnets on the outside of each of them on either side. You just snap them together, and it's a really nice way to be able to start with just one battery, and then you can add additional batteries as needed. And you can stack up to 3 of them at a time. So this is the way it works. When you connect the battery to something and it starts drawing power, the packs assess each other, and the one with the highest charge is the first one to power the device. Once the charge levels are all balanced between the batteries, then the packs will discharge simultaneously. So interesting, pretty cool little concept here. So you can hot swap. So you can take the second one off and put another one on that's fully charged and keep going without powering down your device, your audio recorder. When they're stacked together, it uses intelligent charging that first charges the one with the lowest charge level to that of the others, and then they all charge to full, which again, pretty cool here. You can also charge these batteries via the P-tap ports. There's one on the top, one on the side, but you can only do one of them at a time. So if you have multiple P-tap chargers, you can plug them all into their own P-tap charger and get them all going at the same time. There is a 4-stage LED power gauge on the 2 corners, making it viewable from almost every angle. And when the batteries are delivering power, those currently delivering the power, their LEDs light up, so you know which battery it's pulling from, even when they're stacked together, which is kind of cool. They are temperature, current, and voltage protected, so I've never had an issue with any of my CORE SWX batteries damaging any of my equipment. They put some nice thought into them in their design, and the charge controllers and the discharge controllers. They are also compatible with the PowerBase Edge Snap batteries, which have a few additional features, and I reviewed those last year. I'll put a link down below to that review if you want to dig into the features that those have. They're basically the same thing. They're also compatible here. You can stack them, but they also have some additional things. Go take a look at those if you're interested. The Snap Mighty comes with a short, sturdy USB-C cable and a plastic magnetic plate with 1/4-20 screw for mounting the battery to your camera cage, or in our case, we just stick the battery in our sound bag, so that works just fine. You can also buy a kit with the cable for the Blackmagic Pro Dock if you're an iPhone video filmer person, DP person, or whatever the best way is to say that or describe yourself. It does have a 1-year warranty, and it's priced at $139 USD. So that's all the cool things. Obviously, I like these. There are some cons. Well, let's start with one that's not really a con. But just to set realistic expectations, charging the Snap battery is not like the fastest charging Cine battery chargers that I've used, the big ones for high-end Cine batteries. So those you can plug in, and within like 45 minutes, you can get them fully charged up. These take I found about 90 minutes to go to full charge. And the way it works too, if you stack them together, they can share that 45 watts via the USB-C power delivery cable. But if you want them to charge faster, you'll probably want to separate them and put them each on their own 45-watt chargers if you can. So you can kind of speed it up a little bit, but generally about 90 minutes, I would say, for a single battery to be charged up. Now, that's not a problem for my use case. That works just fine for me, since a single one of these batteries will power my audio recorder for my mix pre for over 7 hours, or if I'm using the F6, over 15 hours. So charging in 90 minutes is no problem at all. When you are charging via PTAP, this is perhaps a little bit of a con. The stacking doesn't work. So in other words, you can't stack multiple together, plug in a single PTAP and expect all of them to charge. It'll only charge the one that the PTAP is plugged into. So just keep that in mind. And then finally, kind of digging deep to find cons here, but the cable that it comes with is pretty short, so it may not work for all configurations depending on how you have things situated within your sound bag or on your camera rig. But you can use any quality USB-C cable rated for 65 watts power delivery. So that is the Snap Mighty battery from CORE SWX. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those down below. Hope that was helpful for you. Get out there and make some great sound, and we'll talk to you again next week.